Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now grab your cup for that water. Get your container of that water. Twist the cap off that water. Gently pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your cup and toast your ancestors. Raise your cup and toast your ancestors. Raise your cup and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your cup. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your cup and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But to stay healthy, fam, remember to practice the 4 pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. But hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink your water, fam. Hey, man, I know I'm late as wee, man. But hey, man, trying to be a man. Trying to be a man of my word. Trying to be a man of the community. I was out today, and the plans were I was going to go to Divine Conversation, come home and do the show. I went to Divine Conversation, and the conversation got divine. We got into a real discussion about African spirituality and how to actualize it right now in this present place and time. And it was somebody call it?
You are the first participant on this Uber conference. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
Well, we will be having open lines, family. I just want to make sure we do this toast. I want to make sure we do the toast. And, like I said, I don't have all my lists. I was rushing out the house because after the divine conversation, man, it was a great conversation. Elder Daryl Green. Well, when I got in, it was Sister Rhoda. And by the time I got in, Elder Daryl Green had started. And with Elder Daryl Green starting, you know what I'm saying? The conversation went to us dealing with African spirituality. And he had some quotes up, and it was a powerful conversation, and a conversation that was so inspiring that we had to go out afterwards and have some conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? And I was, I said, shit, I got caught up in the spirits. I said, shit, I'm going.
He had some quotes up.
So now it's hot. Now, and I couldn't get it to play the music.
Powerful.
I couldn't get it to play the music. Now all of a sudden, it want to be heard. Ain't that some shit? I mean, but that's life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. We adjust and we make it happen. We make it happen. That's what we do here at Gye-Nyame. And family, I am opening the lines at 614-556-4535. Once again, we're opening up the black line, 556-4535. The black signal has went out. And we want to make sure that we are able to reach all the family. Also, I'm highly inspired by yesterday's shouts out to Shorty. I am how can I put it? I was proud of the market yesterday because of all of the community activities going on. In the gym, we had a celebration given by Kunsu for the young people, and they were able to run through the building and actually run through the gym. Don't let me say run through the building. Run through the gym and enjoy themselves. They set them up a party. They came in, they made it happen, right? They made it happen. And then they also made sure that afterwards, everything was back exactly like they found it. They did the principles from the beginning to the end. Like when they came in, because Sister Roni was trying to get in touch with me, and I get caught up in my shit, and I forget the return calls that she was texting, and she made that shit happen. Because we had earlier discussion, or at least on Facebook, and I told her, sure, you know what I'm saying, we could do that definitely. You know what I'm saying? And she, remember, I said, make it, and she made it happen. So if I had my round of applause here, I would definitely give Sister Roni a round of applause, because she caught she listening to enough of the shows to know that here at Gye-Nyame, we make the shit happen. And she came in, she made it happen. She brought her, and it was a beautiful, beautiful event. Then we had the mall going on in the other room, and I was sitting at the old man's table, sitting around, and we was just sitting around politicking and talking shit. And, people was coming in. Hopefully all the vendors got took care of, because apparently that's part of the piece. You know what I'm saying? We can't have a market if the vendors are not being used. We always got to remember that. Now my screen just went black, so I don't know what the hell is going on with this. So now my Chromebook is started out beautiful. I don't know what in the hell is going on with it now. It's so damn frustrating, but like I said, I'm gonna have to figure it out. It got something to do with it responding to. I may have to take Messenger up off of this, because every time something from Facebook pops up, it turns the whole damn screen black, and I can't stand it, right? Because now I can't even see the comments. So we gonna move. But I have to shut it down, because I'm opening up the phone lines. I want to make sure that y'all know that y'all are able to call in, and I need to make sure that I can get to my lines so I can make it happen. Also, there was an ADOS meeting. I was supposed to be there, but then, like I said, a brother was in need, so I'm trying to aid, this brother because they're trying to put some stuff together, and and we had a meeting with the elders yesterday, and everything worked out. So I will keep y'all abreast. Now I have to start working on my next articles for the newsletter because once again, a whole nother month has went by and I have to get prepared. You know what I'm saying? Can I get overwhelmed? Can I get overrun? We don't do that here at Gye-Nyame. We don't get overrun. We do the overrunning, goddammit. That's how we got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So let me make sure that I got everything up that I need to have up. Restream. I need the restream chat up so that I can see if y'all do make comments while I'm making the toast. Once again, I want to apologize in advance to the families out there, because I don't have my whole list. So some of y'all out there is going to have to shout out your families when I get to that point. Please understand that it's a mistake of the heart, of the mind, and not one of the heart. You understand? So I want to make sure that y'all know that, because I was rushing out the house because I had to be somewhere. It did it a goddamn again. I'm trying not to get mad, family. I really am. I'm getting very frustrated. Let me go. I want to mute all that. Don't want that shit to pop up ever again, because it is truly pissing me off. I don't want no notification from Facebook on my Chromebook. And this probably got some shit to do with the beef. Probably it's some type of beef that we're not aware of that's going on between Facebook and Google. They're always on some shit. They're always beefing. You know what I'm saying? They want to know who's going to control the world. And anybody that gets in their way of controlling the world is a problem. That's how they do it. I'm not mad at them. You know what I'm saying? And just, we should be involved in some of those discussions when it comes to talking about who's going to be running the world. We need to start getting our weight up so we could be some serious contenders for this world title belt. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Cool. It's catching whatever chats up there. So I have to go and do it from up here. But I don't want to be like Miles Davis and turn my back on the family. As a matter of fact, I won't be like Miles Davis and turn my back on the family. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do my performance facing you, because I could do the Miles Davis on y'all, turn around and do the toast and shit, and just look up at the camera, you know what I'm saying, and just have my back to the audience, like Miles. But we won't do it like that. We won't do it like that here. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm in an undisclosed location. As a matter of fact, I want to keep it undisclosed. Let's see. Let's turn it a little bit more that way. The secret cave, secret black cave. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get it popping. Let me get this done. A lot of y'all catching. Damn, I got it. This the third time I had to reset it, and it's getting worse. So this might explain why I got it for such a bargain, huh? So I might have to go and, like I said, for me to do all this stuff, family, I have to go and I have to experiment with different things. I got to find different things. And maybe it's because I turned my background. Well, all the background is black. It's a beautiful screen. I don't know why it does it. I'm going to have to figure out how I can stop that from happening. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to stop it from happening. It's just that simple. It's just a matter of experimentation. I would still suggest if anybody out there was interested in getting a Chromebook, I would highly recommend it, especially if a lot of stuff you're doing is going to be on the web. A lot of stuff and a lot of conversations that we have are on the web. And let me try to get the Uber conference up before the shit go black again, so that even if it do go black, we can go and still have our conversation, and I could check y'all comments from behind me. All right, everything is on. Let's go and get it. All right, somebody's on the line. So give me a second. I'll be back up. P783, how you doing? 783, 614-783, you there? They trying to talk. Oh, hold on. My Bluetooth is not on. Let me get, now my Bluetooth is acting up. It just won't stop. All right, here we go. Check one. 783, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You just calling in to listen, or you calling in to discuss?
I'm calling in to listen.
Okay, cool. So once again, we running late, man, because like I said, the plan was to go to Divine Conversation, come home, do the show. But the conversation at Divine Conversation moved from APDS to, I ain't gonna give the place we was at free advertising, but it moved to a spot where we had to continue the conversation, and I got to sit down and I got to sup with some beautiful people. We had a lovely conversation, and part of the challenge is when we're talking about the African spirituality, when we talk about our ancient spirituality systems, part of the challenge for a lot of us is figuring out how do we take what we had, and if it's not in practice, bring it back in practice, but then also make it applicable, make it livable in today's environment. So that was part of the discussion. So then we had mainly two generations in there discussing the whole piece. And like I said, family, if you missed it, it was a marvelous discussion. I wish you was there, but you wasn't. And then, like I said, I was like, well, I'm about to go home. And then, but the conversation was too good. I didn't want to go home. And, my poor kids is just sitting up at the crib, And it's just like, I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. So then I got a mission where I had to come over and do something. And I'm out here doing it right now. If you can hear, I got drums playing in the background. So that's the life of a builder, family. That's the life of a builder, right? One thing after another, but family, I would tell you, there's no other life to live. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do my life any other way, because being able to serve is a beautiful thing. And then also one of the major pieces that we have to understand, family, we don't all have to agree. We don't all never have to agree. You understand what I'm saying? Let me say this. Conflict. And we had this discussion before. I have a group of young people who built their own anime club. And so they invited me. So I'm like, you want to do some thinking while I'm here with you. You know what I'm saying? So I find videos that talk about anime and different anime characters. But then the concept of conflict came up about the anime and the issue of conflict in stories as well as in life allow or push the story forward. So when we avoid conflict, when we avoid some of the tough and some of the uncomfortable situations, in many cases what we are doing is that we are causing a pause or a lull in our story, because it's the conflict that push it forward. I think some of us might be looking for harmony and peace all the goddamn time, not realizing that harmony and peace can only be harmony and peace because disharmony and unpeacefulness exist. You know what I'm saying? Or because if they didn't, we wouldn't even need the words to describe them. And these things kind of cause the growth. For example, when I was running, if I wanted to increase my pace, I had to kind of disrupt or bring my body into a form of chaos in order to get that. And what would I do? I might have to run extensively long sprints, or I might have to increase my pace for a certain amount of time to kind of help my body get into the mode to where it will shift and move up. I will have to cause conflict within my own body, within my own mind, within my own spirit, so that I will be able to move faster and farther. And it's the same thing that pops off in our regular life. Many of us, we want to avoid some of the conflicts. We can't grow politically without conflict. We can't grow economically without conflict. We can't grow as a tribe without conflict. We can't grow as a people without conflict. We can't grow as organizations without conflict. And I think a lot of times we think that by putting certain things in place that we will avoid some of the conflicts, but by avoiding the conflicts, what we do is we avoid the growth. We avoid the pushing forward of our narrative. One of the reasons that I think that a lot of us, that us as ADOS, as black folks in America, the original black folks in America, right? Not in the same way as my Moorish brothers would say, you know what I'm saying? But as the ADO, from the ADO standpoint, part of the issue with us is that we have had to avoid conflict. We want to make everybody feel comfortable. And we are doing the world a disservice by not calling people out on their bullshit, as well as calling ourselves out on our bullshit. Sometimes I'm bullshit and I don't even know it. Well, I do, but well, yeah, it is what it is. Family, listen, man. I love being able, I say a lot of stuff that I say in the situations that I'm saying them, because humor is a subtle way to get some type of conflict in there, because it makes you think. Sometimes we fall into groupthink, and what happens with this whole groupthink thing is we get comfortable where we are. So it takes somebody to come in and piss us off, or to make us laugh, or to kind of switch that off, so that we could go on and have some of the difficult conversations, take some of the difficult actions, have some of the uncomfortable results, and do as we do as a people and make it work and make it happen. Just like I gave the example with Sister Roni. Sister Roni ain't wait around for Brother Hatim to get back in contact with her. We already had our contact. And she said, fuck it, I'm gonna make it happen. He don't have to get, he didn't text me back, no. I deal with the shit when I get there. I got my own stereo system. I got everything. She sent me a long list of all the stuff she had. And I'm like, sis, I appreciate you. I'm glad you're making it happen. I don't need to know none of that. You know what I'm saying? Just don't burn down the facility. That's, you know what I'm saying? Just don't break no kids' legs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Keep the community safe. Bring people with you. You know what I'm saying? Understand? That's how we got to build, because it's like, because, you know, family, there's nowhere in this country or right now and possibly in the world that we can actually have anything move forward that our enemies already don't even know. They listening to this broadcast right now. They listening to the phone call that you might be on right now while you listening to me. You understand what I'm saying? They might be watching you through your damn TV. They might be how your eyes dilate so that they can look at you, learn about your and your people's micro expressions, so that they can start telling shit about you before you even know what's about to go down. Oh, some deep shit going on in this world that a lot of us don't know. So obviously my signal is dropping. Okay, let me see. Let me check out the chats. Let me go to the chats. All right, dance party was, thank you. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the dance party. I hope, like I said, family, this don't work if we don't support the vendors. The marketplace depends on us exchanging. It depends on us practicing reciprocity. You give your money to somebody, they return the product to you. You come back, you buy something else. There's a constant flow going on, or a constant trade. So the market represents reciprocity to us. You know what I'm saying? And we have to start practicing that a little bit more, especially when it comes around the whole economics, as well as the politics too. Because politics is about reciprocity too. It ain't just about giving away your votes. You know what I'm saying? You make yourself a victim when you just give away your votes. There has to be some type of return for it. We got to get out of this. I call it Jesus mode. No offense to my Christian brothers and sisters out there. It's like we act as if it is our role to be the sacrificial lamb for everybody in the world. And that is not your role. That is not our people's role. I just want to be clear on that. That is not what we are supposed to be doing. You understand? You are not the sacrifice for this world and for this world's pride. No. A group tried to make us that, and they're trying to keep that on us because our sacrifices have moved the world forward. Now it's time for us to start learning how to reap the benefits from what our ancestors have laid down. And many of us in our lives have laid down. Many of us have not even been able to participate in some of the wealth that we have built up in this nation today. Let alone what our ancestors left. You know, and that's, for me, that's what the discussion got to have. But then also in the spirituality, what I want to make sure that people understand is that we got to take care of ourselves first. We got to work the principles and all that shit with ourselves, within our community. My eye don't expand to everybody. And I know that sounds fucked up and scary for some of y'all. But the truth of the matter is, some of y'all practicing my eye with motherfuckers that really don't deserve it. And I know some of y'all be like, but everyone deserves it. That's getting into that universal sacrificial lamb mind state. Now, you and your tribe, if that's the way you roll, I wish you good luck. Because this world is based on finding those lambs, and they gonna slaughter your ass. I'm just letting you know. Because capitalism requires individuals that are either pushed and forced and held at the bottom, or those that are willing to stay at the bottom. Just saying. Lines open, 614-556-4535, but we about to do this toast. I'm going to run through the toast. I don't have all my stuff because, like I said, after I got done with the magnificent talk at Divine Conversations through the Taiwan Village, I went and we sat down, we ate together, we had some more conversation, and then I looked at the clock and I said, oh shit, I'm supposed to be somewhere. Got up, boom, ran out. And I was supposed to be somewhere else, so I want to apologize to the ADOS family because I was supposed to be at the ADOS meeting today, but one of my brothers was in need, and he don't know how, he don't understand no. So me and my brother going to have a serious sit down about no. And I like that shit. I'm like him. That's why we brothers, because we are alike in a lot of ways. You know. But no, motherfucker. You know. Yeah, we got to teach each other no. So we gonna sit down, we're gonna have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he my little brother, he get what he want when I'm able to give it to him, I'm gonna make sure he get it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how we supposed to be as a family. All right, so now let me go and finish up this water. I hope y'all drunk your water just because I ain't do the show in the morning. And next time, before I go to Divine Conversation, I will do a quick toast so that we don't have to be catching up in the evening. This is actually the first evening toast. And I don't want to get hooked to this because this might be the trend of the future. Would y'all rather do the toast in the evening? Maybe I need to throw up and ask that as a question. Would y'all like to do the toast in the evening? Would the toast be better for the family if I did it in the evening? Would there be more participation? Now, I know the Black Yoda wouldn't like it, but I could still do something for those early morning toasters. But for those that want to tune in live and have the conversation on a regular basis, would that be something that you could support or that you would be willing to support? A toast in the evening. Because hell, I could toast 2 times a day. The only thing I need is the support of the people. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to tell y'all, family, if we serious about us moving to the next level, we are going to have to make sure that we are able to support our own media and some of the infrastructure that is necessary for a group. All right, going back to the definition of a nation, a stable, historically developed community of people with territory, economic life, distinctive culture, language in common. Economic life. What does that mean? Economic life does not mean that you have jobs provided to your community from other groups. In some form or fashion, I don't believe that. And I'm having, in some form or fashion, economic life means that from your territory. See, because all of them work together. You have the stable community, a stable group of individuals who hold territory in some form or fashion. Right now, I'm talking on this digital territory shit right now, right? We on the digital territory, right? So we control this. Now, from the territory and the stability of the people, the territory provides the ability for the group to develop an economic life. So from the territory comes the economic life. What do you mean, brother Hatem? Before you can actually have a nation, there's certain things that have to be happening from your territory. The people get a territory because the territory provides the economic life. This is why people are willing to die to protect their land, because the land, the territory that you have developed the economic life. From that economic life come the engines of being able to build on it. So you start at the basic level where you're able to provide food. When you're able to provide enough food for everybody, and everybody don't have to be involved with producing the food, then you get a class of individuals or a group of individuals that can focus on other things. Now I can focus on leather. And then when you get enough people doing that and everybody got shoes, now you got somebody who got time to focus on the basic necessities, and they go out and they do the clothes and they better improve on how they're able to do the houses, and then you can move to the plumbing, and all that shit is spawned from being able to control the territory. Family, right now the territory that we are able to control is this right here. Right now, this is our territory. The question is, are we supporting it? So I'll be willing to do a show. I'll be willing to get y'all news 24 hours a day. But what will have to happen is that this territory that we have will have to produce an economic life. Because family, if we're going to be serious about it, the one thing that we don't have is that we don't have individuals that are able to talk up for us on a regular basis. We have part-time. We part-time and trying to be free. You can't do that shit. You can agree with the Nation of Islam and the church all you want, but let me tell you something. The Nation of Islam ministers are ministers. The larger ones. The pastors are pastors, and they are supposed to be the voice of the people and a bridge between the people and God. But in many ways, they are supposed to be speaking up for the voiceless, which is up. And maybe they're not doing it now. I'm saying, shit, I'm willing to do that, family. All we got to do is support what we got. You know what I'm saying? And I try to support other people and other things that they do. Anyway, let me finish my water. I'm running my mouth. Mouth get dry and shit. Any other shots out to Cynthia? Miss Johnson? What's going on? What's going on? Okay. All right, lines are open, 614-556-4535. All right. Didn't have time to grab the ambrosia, but I did grab my cup, my Gye-Nyame coffee cup, and we're going to be toasting with that. I have some people say it's a healthy substance. Other people say it's not. I have straight black coffee in here. As you see, I have all 7 of the principles on my coffee cup. And up under there, we got the symbol of Gye-Nyame and the symbol. We got the phoenix and we have the symbol. So we're going to toast with this cup. And we're going to toast to the creator first by whatever name you choose to call it. Creator weighs up our cup, our glass, or whatever you have. We raise them up and we salute that creator and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to our list of our ancestors. And once again, I apologize to those whose ancestors won't get read today, but they definitely will be read tomorrow morning. Because I don't have my black book. I was in a rush, and I apologize for that because I was trying to get to the school to make sure that I was able to make sure that the commitment that was made for me was I was able to do that. All right, so we got Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert Texas, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Chris Fennegas, and Eileen, Chris Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Avara Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara 2H, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallara, Montague Pittman, Nomo X, Pet Mott, Rob, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek Al Pullen, and Lester Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Patrick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lance Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Gail Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Ritterman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Rain Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mel Del Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Sarah Weller, B. the Farm, Argo, So Sue, Shell, Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Dildis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Senior, Linda Dixon, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Allen Johnson, Pelosi, M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese. Let me keep that right there. Boom, let's move up just a little bit. Yep. I gotta do it all on screen. And I lost my place. Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow Slimmy, Severin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heater Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Baxter, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Renee Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Johnson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dear Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Haley Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinez, Diamond Ted Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen in Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dillimon Aries, Gina Jones, Jana Callahan. On to the next page. Where you at? Bow. There's the next page right there. I need to bring it up to 100%. Bow. There we go. So we got William Walter West. Let me get it just right. William Walter West. Nigel Paris, L.W.C.G. Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanner, Barry Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Leon Bear Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson. Let me get back. Boom, 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 boom. Where we at? Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Sage Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Brown, No, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Void Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McCase, Mr. Sturgis, Sonny McBaker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron, Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Mally Miller, Housley Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cover, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Manila, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Irvin Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls here, West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easy, Rashawn Easy, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Corporal, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Shawnee Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Then we have Joella Giles, James Carswell. We got Elder Shaka McNair. We got Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got somebody with the last name of Gaucher. Okay, family, I apologize to those out there. We toast up our ancestors, family, because I don't have my black book with me, and I apologize, and I haven't transposed it over here yet because I'm waiting for some more family members to throw out your family so that we can go and have it on there. Now, y'all know it's approaching Kwanzaa time, and we're going to have to post up. We want to post up our ancestors in the book. So we have to start from raising those funds so that we can do that. So for a full page, it's $100. You know what I'm saying? We got 3 pages. So I'm saying, family, we need to raise $300 so that we can make sure that the Daily Toast for the 3rd year will be in the Kwanzaa book. So family, we need to start raising that money. I'm getting my personal money together, right? Y'all need to get y'all's together so that we can make sure that the Daily Toasters make their presence known in that yearly book that comes out to support Kwanzaa. Do you understand? You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't do it, who will? It's nobody else's responsibility to support our culture stabilizing shit other than ours. It's ours. That's why, like, for example, I love doing them all. Why? You know what I'm saying? Because I get in arguments because I don't care if nobody show up. I want to make sure that in some form or fashion, the doors are open if I can do it. In September, I couldn't do it because we got, of course, we're working with other organizations and stuff happens, right? But if it's at all possible, family, I want to make sure that the doors are open so that what happened this weekend can happen every time we have them on. Because family, I believe we are this close. We are this close to get everything we want. Now, I want to mention this. Since we talk about our ancestors and our ancestors' labor that's going unrecognized by these politicians who we need to go and start putting a slap down if they don't start talking to us about some plans that are going something that's directly going to be given to us as ADOS here in America. Family, I know because some people get excited, and I don't want you to get overly excited because, you know, in the wind, we're hearing about reparations. There are plenty of stations that's talking about it. It's popping. It's coming out of presidential candidates' mouths and stuff like that. But we have to understand that we got to be in this for the long haul. We can't be expecting for those that have robbed us to automatically want to, in a sense, pay what they owe. We have to demand, and we have to stand behind that demand, and we're going to have to be willing to push this through. You understand what I'm saying? So 2020 is not the end. 2020 is the beginning. We ain't even in the race yet. You understand what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen is they're going to get a president, regardless of whoever it is, in the 2020, and they're going to try to stall us out. They're going to try to wait out the conversation because they're used to us having these conversations and just allowing them to die down. But family, we have ancestors on this list who were denied. They were denied their citizenship, and some of them fought in wars. They were denied their citizenship. And for standing up for their citizenship, some of them on this list may have lost their lives. So not only do we owe it to them, we owe it to ourselves in this moment, and we owe it to our children to make sure that we continue our struggle. And it's for and I know people disagree with me, but family, this is not just a spiritual struggle. Because the body that my spirit inhabits need food to eat and clothes to wear. And as you see with the caddy and shit, I like creating my own clothes. And that shit is not cheap. You understand what I'm saying? And I know all of y'all got certain needs out there. That shit is not spiritual. It's economic. It's economic life. One of the things that we provide for a moment in time is a space that we could call our own, family. Once a month. I want you to understand the impact of that. Once a month, we provide a space. And I can't understand for the life of me why it's not packed. You know what I'm saying? I cannot understand why it's not packed. But I take what I got. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand why we haven't spilled out from the cafeteria out into the hallways. I don't know why when it's warm we don't got vendors all the way around the building and people coming from miles around to come to the market and to come in and sit down and talk with old friends and make new friends. It's possible. It's possible. And that will generate some economic life. What happens to that soap vendor when 100 of us say, I ain't buying my soap from nobody else but you? What happens to that soap vendor's life? When we decide as a people, certain staples we will refuse to go to Kroger's for. What happens? But let me get back to the toast, because that could be part of the conversation. What happens when we decide on a staple, family, that we will not purchase from anybody else but us? It don't have to be one company. We say we ain't buying no more soap. We ain't buying no more type of lotion from these. We ain't buying no more kombucha. I had to throw my own commercial up here. We ain't buying no more soft drinks. We got our own damn soft drinks. Healthy soft drinks. We ain't buying no more that we could decide on simple shit. That if we don't have it, we ain't gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we ain't got no rice farm, so we can't, just saying. People trying to call me. That's my son's school. I hope he ain't done nothing. Anyway, so we raise up our cup to our ancestors, and I raise up the cup because I don't have the mental capacity right now to recall all the names that were on the list, but all those family members that I didn't call, family, please understand it is a mistake of the mind and not the heart. We raise our glass or our cup and we say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Let me tell you where we go. This is where we go. This is where we go. We go to the present moment. What's popping off in the present moment? Right now, we are on Imani. And I know the day is already late, but Imani is still out there, goddammit. You can find it. Activate your reticular formation. Look around in your circle right now. Where is Imani being practiced? Take a picture of it, post it up on Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. You understand what I'm saying? We have to start looking for our principles. We have to be actively looking for our principles in this reality so that we can start honing in and being able to see it, even in the chaos. Right? Because I could be in a room full of people and it would seem like people are arguing. And to me, it's not arguing, it's unity in motion. Unity don't mean that we all agree and we all wear the same clothes and we all line up and march to the same. No, unity is that we are able to at least start off with a damn discussion. But if somebody came in that room threatening harm to anybody in that room at any time when some of this rough discussion was going on, we would handle business. Unity. You know. But anyway, so we raising our club to this present moment. Where are we in this present moment, brother? Right now we are on Imani, so I want you to go out and I want you to seek Imani, capture and release. Catch and release, fam. Remember, you don't want to hold any of the principles for yourself because that's not good for the community. So when you discover where Imani is, you want to share where it is so other people could go and get that inspiration and use that inspiration to make it through the day so that they can rise tomorrow and help us seek Umoja. Okay, for those that don't speak the language, Imani means faith, right? Truth, justice, reciprocity, balance, order, harmony. The mighty principle of the day is harmony. What we teach the children is trust in the M7. The color, I don't have my packet right now, so I can easily read. The color of the day is red. The Hermetic law is, I think it's gender, the law of gender. And in these days of time, family, we really need to go and study up on that. Because there's some shit going on out here. Lord have mercy. So, and also, the male name of the day is Kwesi. And I think the female name of the day is Ekasua or something like that. Somebody could look it up and see, but I know that the male name for the day is Kwesi. All right, shouts out to Brother Kwesi Lowe. And once again, I hope that you are taking the time to heal. Because for those that don't know, Brother lost his father the other day, and I don't remember his father's name. Dougie, though. We raise our cup to Dougie. I do remember his nickname was Dougie. All right, so we raised the cup up to Dougie. All right, shouts out to Dougie. Last but not least, so we raise our cup up and we toast this present moment because in this moment we have a pact that we have to fulfill with our ancestors. We can't be moving back. We can't be allowing ourselves to be pushed backwards. We got to be able to use their wisdom so that we can empower ourselves in the moment and project ourselves into the future. And by what I mean by projecting ourselves in the future, that's by providing stability. That's by conquering and maintaining territory. That's about us developing an economic life, creating a stable culture, and also making sure that we have a language in common. So we raise our glass to this moment and we say, Ashe. From this moment, family, you know where we go? You know where we go? You know where we go? We go to our future generations. We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity, right? We want to make sure that our children know that we are thinking about them in advance. Because in the future, you're coming back through your line. So family, if you don't handle business right now, you're going to have to come back and redo it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of messed up that you have to be on some remedial shit. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the issue. We done forgot that we don't, you know what I'm saying, that the whole relaxing and the whole heaven stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody else's cultural shit. That's not you coming back to work. You coming back to build. We on a merry-go-round. We coming back. You know what I'm saying? Until we fulfill what we supposed to fulfill as a group. So don't think that dying is going to get you to escape. No, it's going to put you back on that wheel. And if you're left with all your responsibilities undone, then you have to come back and clean up your and other people's mess that may have been following your example. So we raise our cup and we salute the future and we say, Ashe, our children's children on to infinity, right? Boom. From their family, we salute all of our relations. That's all of the stuff that we are connected to, right? We lift it up. From their family, we move and we salute. Oh, this is that selfish toast. This for you. What is it that you need right now in this moment to move towards a greater you? Toast, and we say, Ashe. Last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most beautiful, the most inspiring, the wisest intelligent, the wisest and most intelligent individual in the room. I want to raise my glass up to you. Yes, you. Don't be shy. Take it. Come on now. Come on. Raise it. I'm talking about you. Look in the mirror and look at yourself. Because all of the wisdom that you need, all of the knowledge that you need is lying right there in you. My man said, oh, my fault, that's Miss Cynthia Johnson. She said, we don't die, we multiply and come back. You understand what I'm saying? We don't die, we multiply, we come back. You know what I'm saying? And the only problem is we forget that we come back. We get, you know what I'm saying? We kind of get lost in all this shit. This is designed to keep us confused. And as long as we're confused, they could take advantage of us. Just saying, family, at some point in time, we got to provide some stability for a generation so that they could get their bearings. And when they get their bearings, they're going to make sure that their children are able to get their bearings. And the cycle, we will be able to change the cycle. But right now, many of us are not stable, family. And I want y'all to understand the way that we're living in America is not a stable existence. Why? Because you are not responsible for the stability. It's not your stability. We got to plug into some deeper shit in order for us to really be able to create the stability that we need. And some of us are going to have to be uncomfortable for a while. I'm willing to do it. I ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared. Right? But, many of them, because, family, we've been sold out by our leaders. Those people that, and we've been sold out. Been sold out. Right? And now it's getting to a point where, in many cases, you are being replaced. You don't even know it. Your kids don't, our children don't know it. We being replaced. Well, anyway, we raise up the glass. I toast you, your beautiful, fine self. You if you're a man, your handsome self. Because I don't want none of y'all, because all this gender flipping and shit. I'm not in that game and shit. I'm just saying. That's you. I'm not in that game. You know what I'm saying? And, unlike they said in early 80s, we're not all in the same. No. I ain't banging in those. But family, let me go and take a sip of this coffee. Lines open, 614-556-4535. Once again, the number is, and I'll type it in so that you can get it. The number is 614-556-4535. Check it out. Boom. Also, while I'm waiting for some call-ins, if we are going to have some call-ins, and you don't have to call in. You can just type your questions or comments in, and I'll go and make comments on what I see. But also, for those out there, check out the G&J free G&J e-course. You can support us by participating in this. Simple click. Say, Brother Tim, how do we support you by that? Because at the end of it, it's an offer. You can take the offer, and if you don't take that offer, I will be able to have your information so I can let you know when we're doing shows like this, if you will want to be on that list, or it might be some other offer that I will be able to find that might fit what you need, and I definitely will get it to you. You understand what I'm saying? Because my job is to look out. I'm looking for books. I'm looking for all types of information that could change our reality. So check us out. is that, and unfortunately, when I try to type it in, let me see if I type it in like this. HTTPS 2 dots line free GNJ eCourse.com. Let's see if it, oh, I'm typing it in like that. There you go right there. That so that you don't have no excuses. It's right there on the screen. You can click it. Boom! It takes you right there. Right? That other one would lead you to because now. But anyway, family, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of seconds to decide on whether or not you want to call. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Call in. Let me know what's on your mind. Let's rapitates about it. You know what I'm saying? You seen the Dolomite movie yet? You know what I'm saying? You got any questions or comments on your mind? Anything that you want to share? You able to do it right here. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the Gye-Nyame Journey now. But do understand, if you want to comment, we're going to have a conversation about it. So if you can't be questioned, don't call me. Don't call me. Because I'm going to ask some questions. Now, some people might, you know what I'm saying, but that's how it goes. And the object is not to make you feel threatened. The object is, one, to model, because when I'm doing some of these interviews, not today, my children are around. I don't just, and then on top of that, I have other young people that might be watching, I have a responsibility to those people who tune into me on a regular basis. I can't just let some stuff go through without possibly asking some of the questions that pop up on my mind, because if they're popping up on my mind, there's a good chance that it might be popping up on my family's mind. And a lot of times, we allow people to come into our community and feed us some shit, right? And we don't even ask for the recipe. You know, because it's not right. It's not right to ask the questions right now. I remember back in the day when we used to have to do campaigning so that we could keep funds coming in for some of the nonprofits that I work, that people would want to send us out. You know, they take us off the job and they would send us out. They would send us out to go and put up cards, you know, vote for issue whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go out and vote. You know what I'm saying? We need to support this issue. There's issues. You know what I'm saying? And the question that, and this is when I first learned about politics, and it really rubbed me the wrong way. We were being told to go out and pass out the cards, but the question that one person asked was, well, what guarantees do we have if we are able to get these cards out about the funding? Oh, we don't have no guarantees. You know, what? You know what I'm saying? And that's when, in a sense, I started noticing the disrespect for our people when it comes to the political process. They don't have to promise us nothing, but they could work us. You know what I'm saying? They could give us these little jobs as individuals. And this is where our spirituality go wrong too, because we look at our spirituality as an individual thing. It's not. I know that's going to fuck some of y'all up. In our tradition, you know what I'm saying? Your salvation didn't lie in necessarily what you did alone. I'm just saying. See, right now, many of us have been allotted the ability to honestly believe that we are rugged individuals. Because that's what America was built by, rugged individuals, right? Do your research and find out how rugged these individuals were. These motherfuckers was propped up, and it's a myth that has been fed to you. Because even West Asians in America don't practice rugged individualism. They talk that shit. Why? Because they want people, or they want their competition to believe that you can get out here and do all this shit by yourself. But let me tell you something. From somebody that's been out here swimming and been getting bit on by the sharks and the small ass piranhas that's swimming in these waters. These motherfuckers working together. I'm just saying. Right? Because it'd be like, cause some of the issues that pop up are like, people be like, hey, there's nobody stopping us right now. Family, do you realize that in order for me to even get doors to open up so that we could do a market, I have to have insurance, which means I got to have some money. Right? Y'all do understand, right? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all know that it costs money to run these nonprofits? Supposedly? To even get them running? Do we realize the amount of money, the amount of wealth, the amount of income that it requires for us to do just these basic services? Right? You know what I'm saying? We talk about schooling, right? But, a part of our textile is going to the school system that is educating our children, not for our success, but for the world's success. We allow that shit. One day our children are going to be sitting around and laugh and say, they used to, you know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm trying to make is that it's so expensive for us to do the basic services for ourselves. And that shit is by design. Do you know how much insurance or how much shit you got to have just in order just to run an educational institution? Insurance, the taxes, all this, I know you're like, brother, ain't no tax. Okay, cool, whatever. But the expenses for us just to operate in basic business push many of us out. And then, let me say this to you. Then the fact that manhood in America is not really manhood, it's maleness. Right? Pale shadow. You know what I'm saying? Right? So all one of my sisters got to do is be mad at me, and she could take it to the real man, because we're not seen as men. So even if she don't like my business, or your business is having the audacity to be a black woman to try to stand up on your own, they will take it to the real men and women in America, because they don't view you as that. Right? I hear a lot of motherfuckers talking about, well, the service is horrible because motherfuckers be hungry. They might be poor. They might be struggling. They might got all types of stress that's around them. You know what I'm saying? Because we just experienced that today at the unbeknownst restaurant. At first, I wasn't going to tip the sister, right? But then Brother Lumala, checked me on that. Then he didn't tip. I love my family, man. Listen, I'm just saying. But he made a valid point. I said, cool, because I'm boom, because I understand, boom. So I leave the, a little bit of money I got, I'm gonna leave a tip. But anyway, we're suffering, and it's hard for us to even start shit. And then when we have that group of individuals, and if you're in this group, I'm not apologizing. We have this group of individuals that will say, if we just pull our money together, we can change everything. Now, family, let me paint a picture for you. In America, there's about somewhere in the $110 trillion worth of wealth. Now, and I want you to understand this, that a majority of the businesses that we look at that really become successful are built off of wealth. I just want to say that. Not salaries. Salary is not wealth. Salary allow you to do good for a short amount of time, then they could come in and extract with the extra fees that they charge you for, with the fees that they charge you for being black. By the time you get old, all that shit, all that good living that you was doing has evaporated. Witnessed that shit myself. But most businesses are built out of wealth. There's about, let's just say, there's $100 trillion worth of wealth in America. As black folks, as ADOS, we got about 3 trillion of that. In every game I played, in every street game that I've been in, they always had a saying, big buck take little buck. So family, there's almost no business that you can start with the amount of wealth that we have right now that we would be able to compete unless we did something like I was talking about before. Pick the staple and as a group decided that we would not buy from anybody else. And anybody within our group, within our tribe that violated that, there will be some definite consequences. And I ain't saying they got to, no, nigga, you need to pay into a pot. I've seen that Ivory soap up there. I went to go wash my goddamn hands, and it's some Ivory soap. When Sister Sophie, she making that beautiful soap over there. We said we was gonna support her, and you got Ivory soap in the sink. You owe the family $20. Money till Friday. Well, Friday that shit better be in, or we gonna take it to another level. I'm just saying. Because there's certain things, you know what I'm saying, I never seen the Chinese man buying rice from us. I'm just saying. You understand? You feel me? Right? What's ours? What staple we gonna claim? I said a long time ago, and we need to be on ash patrol. We need to control the lotion industry. I'm just trying to let y'all know we need to go on and just go and grab that shea butter, create some lotions, and have our kids in the laboratories in the goddamn garage looking for the next level of lotion and shit. I'm just because we need it. America make us ashy, and what that is that America makes money on everything, so they're extracting the water out of your skin and selling it back to you in plastic bottles. Y'all know that was a good one. Somebody out there probably believing that shit too, but it is possible, brother. I tell you, they could be extracted. That's why we got ads, I'm just saying. What is the staples? Every culture, every real community has a staple. And you be like, brother, I tell you, well, what about Bexley? What's their staple? Well, what staples them is the fact that they are able to pay property tax directly to their own township. Come on, family. The game is real, and we being played. Right? I want y'all to think about this. We are compulsory. We are compelled to put our children in educational institutions that do not educate them unless we infiltrate to provide anything for our community. What other people would allow that to happen? Like I said, anything that we get good at, there's new rules on that shit. New test on it. I'm just telling you from my experience. And I know some people's experiences is a lot different than mine, because some of y'all are, because obviously when I be talking to people, y'all doing well out there. Some of y'all be balling. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't got car payments, y'all ain't got house payments, y'all ain't got the day-to-day struggle to make sure that your lights is on. You're living the American dream. You got the white picket fence, and you got all the dashikis that you can have and shit. Y'all living the American dream. Y'all sitting on about $60,000-$70,000 of liquid cash, and you able to invest. Because this is how I'm feeling when I'm talking to some of y'all. And according to what some of y'all children is telling me. Y'all just, so maybe because one of the things I brought up in the meeting today is I want to make sure that, is it me that's crazy or is it us that's crazy? Because if it's me, I can isolate myself. I could go on and I can seek the help that I need. You understand? I can seek the help that I need so that I can get healed, right? So I can learn to see the world for the way it really is. But when I look at the numbers and I look at the history and I really start using some of the tools that I have to look at the history and not just going from some shit, well, we ain't did this and we ain't, no, family, no. See, you're looking at history wrong because there is nothing that your people have not tried to make it work here in America, including escape and fight. We escaped, fought, built, got burnt down, attacked, fought back, got burnt down again, fought back, then got red zone, and then in the red zone, your ass ended up getting what they call it, intimate domain, where they able, I'm saying it wrong, where they come through and they just take your shit. Is nothing that we have not done. And I get so frustrated when I'm talking to my people and we sit up here and we talk as if we just been laying around for the last 100 years waiting for your ass to be born to come up and say the shit that you saying. And you don't even know that what you speaking is blasphemy against your own ancestors. Let me say that again. You don't even know that you're speaking blasphemy. To think, see, it sort of reminds me of how when I really start studying slavery and I really start thinking about some of the dumb things that I said and some of the dumb things that I heard about slavery. Like, you be sitting with a group of dudes, man, I wish somebody would hit me with a whip. I would have kicked his ass. I'm like, what makes you think that you are more a man than your great-grandfather? What could make you think that you come from a people so trifling that they just laid around for the last 400 years and ain't did shit? I know that ain't what you mean, but that's what you saying. And that's what I need y'all to understand. This is what be coming out of our mouths. Family, y'all get caught up on that Block Wall Street shit. Go into the cities where you are right now. Look at where the expressway is. Go to the library and see what was there. That's all I'm saying. Prove me wrong. Prove to me that I'm wrong. Prove to me that there has been more shit that we done started more black towns than a little bit. Building them from absolute nothing. Where they at? Oh, we told our children, you need to do better than us because the American dream is not there for you. You need to go get it. And we go get it and we still chasing it. Many of us don't even go home. Many of us don't even go back and visit. Because we thought that we were supposed to escape. We have been taught that we need to escape from ourselves. As if where many of us live was, because all of us didn't come from war zones. I didn't come. There was some shit going down, but I ain't come from a war zone. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to, family lines are open 614-556-4535. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to come in. Come and prove me wrong. Come and talk me down. Come and tell me that I'm crazy. I need to know. If you love me, you tell me the truth. God damn it. Am I wrong? I don't know about what, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, if we put all our money together, we could just buy our freedom. Come on, fam. You did that. You did that shit. You did it. Didn't work. See, because, check this out. Uh-oh. We got the first person calling and be like, bro, I think you crazy. Go ahead, caller. Let me know I'm crazy. Can you hear me, caller? Or they might just be calling to listen. Just let me know, brother. Come on. Call in 614-556-4535. I dare you. Call me and let me know I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? All we gotta do is put our $3 trillion together of wealth, and we'll be able to just change the world. Come on now. Call in. Call in with your economic scheme. Come on. Let's look at it. Let me ask some questions. Come on. I'm just saying. Because my issue is, family, I don't want to destroy hope. That's not why I'm here. In my teachings, in the lessons that I have, is somebody calling in? Who that? You there? Can you hear me? We have 740 that's calling in, 740. I can hear you now.
Hey, can you,
I got you. Go ahead.
yeah, you're just choppy on my end. I don't know if you're allowing me to talk or you asking me am I there?
Long time no hear, man. How you doing?
What's going on? I might have to call you back because you're in and out. I don't know what's going on.
It's my Wi-Fi.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's my Wi-Fi. So go and say what you need to say.
Yeah, I can't hear you, so
Okay.
I'll probably try to call back. Yeah, I can't hear you at all.
All right. All right, family. I mean, like I said, just let me know. Come on now. Come on. Don't be scared. Let me know. You need to save the people. Because if you have the truth and you sitting on it out there, and you got the magic formula and you sitting on it out there, you need to go on and let it be heard. You can let all the small, it only takes a small amount of us out there to hear the truth. Because we're going to spread it. Because when the truth comes, it's going to liberate us, right? Because, every form of spirituality, in some form of fashion, you found it with us. That by itself didn't work. We're not taking all the pieces and combining them so that they could work. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now? It might be my Wi-Fi. Let me.
Hey, it's still choppy. I can only hear you in and out. Dang.
Hey, can you hear me enough to say, go ahead and say what you need to say?
Are you saying go ahead and say what I want to say?
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead and say what you want to say. Because right after you get there, and I'm going to go and...
All right, because if I'm clear, I guess I'll just talk if I'm clear.
If you can see my thumb, you got a thumbs up. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is Aaron. You
I know.
You probably recognize my 740.
My fault. Shouts out to Aaron.
Check it. I don't know if you've been seeing my videos lately. I've been putting up on Facebook, but I've been pretty much teaching myself about herbs and medicine from extracting the properties from the plants, the leaves, and understanding energy and medicine. And what gives energy and what is alkaline. So I wanted to really talk to you on that and definitely get some feedback, but I ain't gonna be able to hear you, so I'm gonna keep talking. I'm pretty sure I'm clear. So I just wanted to say something pretty neat and different that I've been noticing about the Creator's creation, about the 4 seasons. When I'm understanding these herbs, is that I made a soursop tea, and this soursop tea is for calming the nerves and helping you go to sleep. And it definitely has other type of benefits, but it's definitely good for calming the nerves and help you put to sleep. I've been dealing with the moringa, creating a tea out of that, extracting the properties out of that. It's high in potassium and iron. But what I'm looking at, it ain't always about just learning how to make the tea and getting the properties out of it to give you your proper medicine. so you want to go to the stores. But what I'm learning is that you have the leaves has to be kind of crunchy, kind of hard a little bit. I used to try to create the tea when it was just straight green, and I wasn't getting that tea-like color, that copper color.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing it kind of like crunchy, kind of old. So what I want to say about the four seasons is that I'm noticing something about the crunchiness of the leaf in the four seasons. Let me break it down like this. Not every country do have four seasons, but we do here.
Right.
Up north. Yes, I'm in the south. Oh, I heard you say right. Okay. So what I want to say about the four seasons and the tea is that what I'm seeing is that the leaves bloom, I guess in the summer and spring, and then the fall is become medicine for us. So what I'm understanding, maybe the ancestors and the people back in the times, the good old days, is that there was a season, it was a medicine season that the government called fall.
Mm-hmm.
When these leaves are falling, they're ripening. They're right for us.
Right.
And when I'm understanding the crunchiness of the leaves falling down, and the third season is preparing us for the winter. When these leaves are ripening and falling in the fall, we're supposed to grab them and get our medicine together and get prepared for the winter. And then here comes the first season again. They grow back, they come back, and then they turn to medicine, and then they fall when they're right for us. And then here come winter.
Can you
That's
hear
the
me
thing
now?
about the fruit that I'm understanding that comes from that same leaf. The fruit that you can't reach, it ripe, and then it's ripe for you, and it'll drop in your hand. So that's what I'm seeing about the leaves. I had to wait for my leaves to age and get a little crusty on the counter for it to be right for me, so I can extract the properties out of this leaf to create this herb, this medicine.
That's called,
What'd you say?
That's called fermentation.
Oh, man, I ain't gonna be able to.
It's cool. You catch it later.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this video because I
Right.
definitely ain't hearing it.
That's the same process. That aging process is what fermentation
So
does.
you know what? If you hear me, I'm gonna stop you so I can get off. I'm gonna get off the phone and I'm gonna listen to you chime in on that.
Cool.
I just wanted to bring that to the table so the viewers and people can hear me out, that I'm understanding these four seasons in a whole different type of way. I'm looking at the signs. I'm looking at the everything and the Creator's creation a lot better than what they're just telling us about these seasons. But I'm gonna get off the phone. I'm gonna listen to you on the video. So if you can give me like 3 seconds, so I can hang up and click on.
Cool. I
video.
got you.
All
I
right,
got
peace.
you. Go ahead. All right, so I'm gonna reload this and reopen the lines just in case. But while I'm doing that, it's gonna make me have to go right back into the conference call. Hopefully this time. So
You are the first participant on this Uber conference. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
Brother Aaron, what Aaron's talking about is basically, because check this out, y'all know I deal with the ambrosia, and basically what that is, that's the process of fermenting. Now what happens is that, like for example, these seasons, right? These seasons, there's certain things that's supposed to go on in these seasons. Now what he's saying is that when it falls, it is of the right age, and it has, in a sense, it has made it to the proper point to be able to release the medicine that's in there. Oftentimes, what we get with these medicines off the counter is they will get the leaves when they can, right? Not even letting them age and just speed rushing them. But if you allow the stuff to age in its own way, you know what I'm saying, or come up with a healthy way of the aging process. That's what fermenting is. What he's talking about is letting something get to the proper age and the proper point so that your body will be able to extract exactly from it what it needs. That's basically what we talk about with this, when we talk about making this ambrosia. You understand what I'm saying? Everything has a season. This is when you look in all of these scriptures, this is what they're talking about. Everything has its season, right? But because we are living in a modern time where I could speed drive some shit somewhere or have it trucked somewhere, we'll take it at any given time. This is another reason why I'm not in a hurry to start shipping that ambrosia again. One of the reasons is that I would rather have other people in cities where there's enough people in there to start producing the product that I have. Why? Because it's based on honey. And the one thing that I know about honey is that the bees go out and they live in the dust that are in the areas of the people. So when you get these healthy honeys and you get the Monaca honey and it costs you all this money, family, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, let me hip you to the hustle. All right? I just want to hip you to the hustle. Manuka honey is good in Manuka, wherever the hell that is. But when it comes to Columbus, Ohio, that shit is just sugar. Why? Because the same shit that's in that environment over there is not affecting you right here. The best honey for you is honey that comes from the area where you are. Time and place, right? Is a certain point when you should be getting the honey. It's a certain point where you should be getting certain type of herbs. It's a certain season that you are supposed to be eating certain types of foods. This is why we talk about the African heritage diet. Now, if you throw timing in there as well, you have the key to longevity. The key to longevity. Because we have access to all these things right now, what we are throwing our lives out of line because we are eating things out of season and out of place. See, because what's crazy is, and I'm guilty of this, you know, those of us that live in the north, we may not even need to be eating tropical fruit. Just a thought. Just a thought that hit me. Why, Brother Hatim? Because there ain't no goddamn tropical fruit growing here. You understand? So the tropical fruit may be introducing something into you that is not for this environment. Just saying. Sugar is not everywhere. Sugar don't grow everywhere. But yet and still sugar is sold everywhere.
This call is being recorded.
Go ahead. Can you hear me now? Oh, this,
Can I get a, hey, you know what? I can hear you clear.
Hit it. Hit it.
Hey, man, you went in. What's up, to the call, to the viewer, Brother Hakim, I think his name. Yeah, you went in. You hit it round the nail. Even though me and you wasn't vibing together and communicating together, you understood what I was saying. That whole that whole balance. We are not eating in the right season, and you hit it on the right now. We're not patient to understand it's not there yet. It's not there yet. But they have a humongous season that the Creator created for maybe, I don't know how long fall might be, I don't know how many months, but it's a humongous season where it's time to gather. Go ahead.
Each season is about 90 days. If you look, our ancestors, we had charts. It's 90 point each season, because you got to remember each season is about 3 months, so it's about 91 point some odd days, but it's a specific amount of time.
That's good. That's enough time for us to take our time to travel on foot, or how we ever used to get around by the rivers. It's enough time to get it together, to extract it, to create, to store it. You got it right. It's all about the balance of understanding the seasons and the signs. I wanted to touch up about the water because, you know, I don't know if you remember, I'm a chemist at my job. I clean water.
Right.
So I learned something about the water that I had an aha moment. And I was staring at these chemicals at my job when I was cleaning these diamonds. And I said, I think we was lied to about boiling water. And it's not no thinking no more. I know we've been lied to about boiling water. Hear me out. I was saying I think we was getting lied to. Now I know we was lied to about boiling water. We cannot boil out the chemicals, the fluoride out of our water because chemicals has a boiling point.
That's right.
And the boiling point, see, hold on.
Go ahead.
So water only gets to 100 Celsius, but it's the chemicals that we got to understand they have boiling points. So when they toss off these cartoons and these movies while they're out in the forest and they're boiling, you're not boiling out shit when it comes to chemicals. You're not. It's the organics that you may have that you're boiling out, but you are never going to be able to boil out fluoride. You're never going to be able to boil out magnesium and lead because their boiling points is up in the thousands. So here's the thing. What is the best water to have? Filtered water. It's a micron size. We got to get our micron size together. Your hair particle micron, your hair is around 60 microns. And I was telling people we need to get our filters back to around 1 microns to 5 microns to 10 microns. We have to get back on the filtering water and not the actual, what other waters is they?
They got the spring. They got
the ions. They're doing ions and like.
What about the still? What about the still?
You can do distill, but you got to filter it at least.
So you saying
everything do everything.
You said, wait, hold on. So let me be clear. So you're saying that even when you distill it and it reaches the boiling point and it turns to steam, that some of those chemicals are still in that water because their boiling point is not where the water boiling point is. So if the water is lifting up, it floats up with it.
That is what. It's so wild, man. How I just found this out that I always boil water. And it's like, I was just taught by grandma and them. But once I understand chemicals, there's only one chemical that you can boil out that I know that's in water. That's bleach. Bleach boiling point is around 89 to 90. So you can boil that out, bleach, if it's not highly concentrated to a chlorine. So here's the thing. Everybody know how poos work. When you understand chemicals in poo, it dilutes. It comes out the water. So it is good to leave your water sitting on the counter so it can dilute out. You won't be able to boil it out, but over time, it will dilute out just like a swimming pool.
So you saying it's good to leave the water sit. Hey, family, check it out.
We're
going to have to build. I won't be able to do this until probably Coogee Chocolate at night or next week. Because I got to get up right now because I got to get home. Because as you see, I'm not at the crib. I'm at an undisclosed location. I'm at the Black Cave. Hold on, Cynthia Johnson. Question for Aaron. Hold on. I'm sorry. Here we go, Aaron. Does boiling intensify or make more harmful? That's a great question. She says, does boiling intensify or make more harmful unhealthy elements in the water?
Do boiling pretty much concentrate as like making it more harmful to us?
Right.
Not at all.
So okay, cool. So
all I know is that there's two type of ways we are boiling wrong. You got stainless steel pot and cast iron, and the actual called Teflon. Teflon is not the way we should boil our water because it actually slides around like grease. But the stainless steel, when it hits the metal, it actually burns. But the cast iron, boiling water in the cast iron, it hits that cast iron, it actually burns on there, the chemical. But the Teflon is not good for us because it just slides around at the bottom.
Okay. So y'all heard.
But I'm going to have to get you on your next live because I know you got to go.
Yeah, man, because I'm sitting up here and I ain't seen my kids for about 5 minutes, and I know they ain't do what I told them. And I know Gina probably listening on here right now, wishing that she could be on. But family, I want to thank y'all for joining us. I don't have the sound effects, but I will say I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media, right? This is a Heart of a Simple production. This is the Daily Toast, and it's the late Daily Toast where we had an opportunity to talk. I want to thank Brother Aaron for calling in. I also want to thank Mama Alona for calling in as well. Then last but not least, we strive to blow up your old paradigms. And speaking of blowing up paradigms, there was an elder that called in last week, and I just want people to understand. I ask questions because for me, eldership is a very, very serious position in our community. So when a brother calls in and says that he's a chief elder, we have to ask the question so that we can, I ain't gonna say we, maybe you don't, because maybe elder is just something that you can say, but for me, when you throw the word chief on there, I have to ask the question, because the word chief and the word elder has a cultural significance to me, right? I know individuals that have been recognized in their tribe and in their nation as chiefs, literally, right? And I know individuals who have been recognized by their tribe as elders. You know what I'm saying? So when you put both of those together, because in the community, when I see somebody older, regardless of whether they've been initiated or not, I respect them as an elder. If they're older than me, I respect them as an elder. Boom, I'm going to respect you as an elder. But when you throw the term chief on there, Brother Hatim has to ask the question, family. Has to. Now, it's coming back to me that some people felt that I was kind of disrespectful. I'm looking out for you too. Because what starts to happen is if anybody could call themselves anything and take on any title that they want, what's real? What's valuable? Right? You know what I'm saying? And I meant no disrespect, but I wanted to be able to identify if that's who you are, then that's what I'm supposed to be calling you. But if I can't find that, and then I know some of y'all heard the shock in my voice when brother said he was 58, 59 years old. I said, okay, I can dig it. But I still, let me see, let me look. And for some people, I guess they thought that was disrespectful. I meant no disrespect. But what I did mean was respect for you and respect for my shit. Because for me, for example, for me to become a community elder, there's certain steps I have to take here in Columbus because there have been certain traditions that have been laid down other than me becoming 55 and 56. I'm about to get off the air. I know, I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? There's certain steps that I have to take. But in Gye-Nyame family, there's a whole nother set of qualifications that I got to be able to get to be able to call myself elder, because elder is one of the highest, if not the highest rank in our order. So when I'm sitting up here and I'm calling people elder, I'm showing respect because of the cultural piece. But when it comes to you and me dealing on Gye-Nyame Journey Media, you know what I'm saying, and I'm asking questions, you got to understand I'm coming from a cultural framework. Chief elder, all right, in the community, I know some elders out there. I know elders that basically sent me on missions and flew me and took care of me. I know elders that I worked for years, and they made sure that my kids had whatever we was doing, they had everything that they need. So when somebody presents themselves and say the term chief elder to me, you got to be supporting the community. And I know some of y'all can't take that. Sister Cynthia say, accountability no matter how old you are. Eldership must be earned. We can't keep giving status to those who don't deserve it. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. No, I meant no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I can call the brother elder, but calling him chief elder family, that shit will not happen on my show. You can do it. You can call in and you can do it. But until I see, and maybe I might need to go down to his area and see that, and, you know, so I can see the work that he's doing and be like, yo, you are a chief elder. Let me tell you something. As far as Gye-Nyame as an elder, I have to be in a sense, and I have to be providing as an elder, enough protection and enough territory to make sure that I am able to provide an economic life. Back to that definition, an economic life for some young people around me. Not just a job, an economic life. I got to be adding to our people's economic life. I can't just step up in my circle and be like, yo, I'm an elder. I can't get those beats. You know what I'm saying? Shit, because if it was just about me giving out ranks and shit, I could give myself the highest rank. But I'm like, shit, no, I got to work through my shit. Just like everybody else got to work through it. That's why in Gye-Nyame we said we make our own elders. And some people get offended. But when it comes to Gye-Nyame, because elder holds a certain amount of responsibility. It's like in this circle, once somebody really make it to the elder level, when they say go, it's go, regardless of what it is. Why? Because this individual is able to make sure that there's food always on my table. This individual provides economic life. Because family, this is what y'all don't understand. When you are able to develop a territory, get it to a point where it's able to develop an economic life, that is the only time that you are able to start really building up a military arm. I don't think y'all understand. There is no military just on the spiritual shit. But if you get territory and then you're able to produce an economic life, what's going to rise up out of that with that distinctive culture, because the individual going to have to defend the territory, the economic life, and the culture. So individuals are going to rise up. So when we get to a point where we call them individuals elders in a Gye-Nyame sense, we're going to be talking about people with hitters. I'm just keeping it all the way real with you. When they say go, it's go. I don't give, and that's how it should be. But hey, this brother Hatim, that's my world. That's my world, and I'm working on building it. Because like I told y'all, family, this type of shit right here is what I am designed to do every day. I know y'all like, you're just talking. But family, I'm sitting up here, I'm trying to build. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the news out to you. So I'll do this for y'all all day, but y'all just got to support. This is Brother Hatim, and I am out. I want to thank Brother Aaron. I want to once again thank Mama Alona for calling in, checking us out. I want to thank all those people out there. Sister Cynthia, I see your comments. Brother Shorty, I see your comments out there. Everybody else that's on the line, I want to thank y'all, family. Remember, go to GNJ Media.live, GNJmedia.live, so that you go and make sure you start getting your points, because I got some free merch for the first individual that hit 1,000, and we're going to have a few other contests because Kwanzaa's coming up and I got to get my money up, so that I'm going to make sure that I'm able to provide those free prizes and be able to ship them to y'all, because we got, you know what I'm saying, we got to keep it popping here. This is Brother Hatim. I'm out. Peace.